Feedback's really important, particularly for the students, because it's our way of communicating to them what they need to do to improve, giving them a bit of reassurance that they're on the right track. So I think it's really vital for students at university level because quite often they're fending for themselves. So feedback is our one communication channel to help them to move on.
Although students might enjoy the actual lectures or time in the lab the most with their degree, ultimately it's the feedback and the advice and guidance on how they can improve, how they move forward, that's the most valuable thing they're going to get from this university.
I think a feedback conference is vital because I don't think students necessarily understand how academics approach feedback. I think sometimes students misinterpret what is feedback. So I think that's important students are properly informed of the way academics see it. But I think more importantly, I think that academics need to be talking to students about what they expect from feedback and how feedback works for them.
It's really important to get an impression from students what they find useful in terms of feedback, and because staff often assume that they're always right and they're always doing it in the right way, and students obviously need it because they need to know how they can progress through their degree from year to year.
The problem at the moment is that we have modules that are like 10, 12 weeks long. And by the time we've given them an assessment and by the time we've marked the first assessment, we've got to the end of the module. And the students can't use the feedback they've got from the assessment to really improve their performance at a later stage. But if we were to feed that assessment forward into the next module, we could allow them to demonstrate that they had learned from the feedback and that they were using the feedback in the next bit of work they were doing.
If we are going to work well with students, we need to be able to have a good discourse with students. We need to be speaking about the same sorts of things. We ask students to evaluate the service that the university gives to students. We really need the students to understand what it is that we're trying to do to work with them.
I think the conference is fantastic. I mean, there are hundreds of people here and there's a really good mix of academics and student and professional services staff.
The best thing with this conference by far has been the fact that there are so many pockets of excellence going on around this university, and what this forum allows us to do is just identify those pockets of excellence and share them, share that expertise.
And so the conference kind of allows us to pull together a lot of fantastic work that's been going on in individual academic units and departments, and to get a kind of university overview of what we're doing in this important area of enhancing our offer to students.